Okay, recording. It's 12:30 AM. I've got my caffeine right here. And we're back at Halo Wars. We're on a run. We're going to keep it going. Last mission of the ice planet. Let's go.
Sergeant, is this what the aliens were after?
Doesn't this look great?
Seems so, ma'am. They sure paid a price trying to defend it. All quiet now.
Look at these snow marines. Look at Sergeant Xbox in his armor.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
And very understated thing here. Look how she is dressed. Compare that to the Halo TV show's idea of what science fiction people in the future will dress like. That's very much like an Obama shift, and I've written about this in relation to Mass Effect, how futurism, like a few years after Obama, went from like clean corporate, like she's dressed like someone from Europe in the future, to like everyone becomes a Brazilian in the future. Look how dirty Mass Effect 2 is. And oh no, it's on now.
These guys just don't know when to quit.
Doesn't this look great, Halo stuff in action? You had the elites are just kind of standing, everyone's just standing and getting shot at, but...
We're gonna need a little backup.
You know, we just need to see things in action. If they all hide, it won't look as good, will it? And now we transition to toy box vision.
We've taken heavy losses. We need reinforcements now.
Sergeant, Alpha Base won't be able to respond in time. We've got Grizzlies inbound from Spirit of Fire. Hold on down there.
And here's our kind of myth-style mission where we just get a fixed starting set of units and...
Thanks. Forge's pet project.
Yeah, they say Forge's project because that's kind of the thing in this game. Skirmish mode, multiplayer, whatever. If you play it like that, you have commanders to pick from instead of factions. Well, it's still UNSC or Covenant. And yeah, there are three basically like ways to play the UNSC, and if you pick Forge, you get these tanks. If you're Cutter, you get ODSTs. Do you get what I mean? Like there are sub-factions, and this is the Forge unit. Anyway, sorry if that's a bit of a awkward spot to start. I didn't come in with any particular ideas, I was desperate to throw at you. I like that this project isn't really like that though. We can just kind of... we can just talk into it and it's a pleasant game and should be interesting enough episode by episode if I just let it play out. Do you like how this game looks in general? I like it a lot. Like as a standard for little like... As a graphical standard for video games, I think this is like good. Like if you're going for this kind of perspective, it doesn't need to be more elaborate like than this. Like if I were to make a sequel to Halo Wars, I wouldn't add polygons to the units, I would maybe make the physics more elaborate or something like that. If it's on PC, maybe I'd break up infantry squads so you can do more fun stuff with them. There's a sub-objective to kill hunters. This level, things are just gonna keep spawning, so we do kinda have to move. And yes, this is a like max level specialization of the tank, so these things are gonna do just fine. Look, they have 2 barrels. Isn't that great video game logic? And note the stars. Veterancy exists in this game. Units get stronger if they accrue kills. And veterancy is actually really strong and kind of comes up more in relation to some other stuff we'll see later. Next level, in fact. So very soon I'll talk more about that. But just today, like, look at how this all looks just playing out in front of us. I like all of this. I'm very happy with this. I don't see it as a failure to look as good as the cutscene. This game is just Halo in 2 different styles working together, and I like both of them. Halo Wars is Halo as like a Hollywood, like high-fidelity movie, and Halo as a little like scaled-up toy box, and I think both are really, really good. And there's both of them as units. They get a few more polygons than everyone else. They look pretty good. No, Marines, we need you guys getting shot. The tanks get repaired, so they basically have infinite health. Anders can just do that.
I'll get it done.
And everyone move. Very fun game. And Forge has a shotgun, like in the cutscene when he's not in his thing.
Right away.
He's going to be in the Warthog most of the game.
Moving up.
But the game has infantry heroes as well, which is nice.
Target engaged.
Very like 2000s RTS kind of thing.
Moving up. We're ready.
I like that they don't go as far as Warcraft, where I'm basically playing like an action game from an above perspective, which just doesn't feel good.
On the move.
Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
On the way. Orders.
Tanks go first. Pathing isn't incredible in this game, but you don't need to do a lot of fine pathing, so it works fine. Again, I think it's all very well worked out, and you haven't looked too close at the Covenant. I'll try to get some close shots at them. There's elites. The color theming is very, like...
Local units.
They try to make pretty much all of a Unit 1 primary color detail because you can have multiple teams in multiplayer and so on, and in general it's just kind of how this game looks, and I actually like the like all purple men, all purple elites. I think it's a pretty nice way to make them look. There's grunts with those things we saw them carrying last level.
Blown the controls. We're cut off.
Now we have to go the other way.
This control panel. I think I can get it activated.
Locked and loaded. Watch that 6. We're moving out. Where to? Locked in. Moving out.
Yes, I think it's just a nice way to do it. I think if you try to realize more detail than this and try to like do high fidelity characters but small, you run into problems which were anticipated and built around by Ensemble Studios here. I think it's a very good idea to basically... It's again that thing I talk about in relation to Japan and America and why I think Bungie are kind of Japanese in sensibilities, but a lot of pre-Obama culture terror Western game developers were. This idea of building towards a standard rather than like seeing your job is to just pile tech upon tech upon tech until you like hit the wall and can't go further. Like visually especially that has very bad results generally, like you just turn up the graphics until you hit a wall, and you know that tends to leave you with like an unfinished, unrealized state rather than, you know, a complete and finished design. Like the way these Marines look isn't, you know, it's not the cutscene models but small. It's very much like something they worked out just for appearance in the game as this. Oh, Hunter's just like destroyed an entire squad. Forge, fire your shotgun. Throw grenades.
Local units.
That poor grunt. Yeah, I like how they did the grunt's blood in this game, how they gave it that phosphorescent effect. What was I saying? Yes. The graphics have a nice finished look to them because they had an idea of how much they wanted to do this and they worked to that and no further, rather than just thinking like, how many polygons can we put in until it breaks? It all feels very considered and...
Local units.
Yeah, some Marine squads had a bad time there. I think bombs went off and killed them.
You got it.
Oh well. But yes, it's a nice looking game, and from what I've seen of it, I think Halo Wars 2 looks worse in cutscenes and as a game for the same reason, where what happened is they basically tried to make more, but without really like a stopping point in mind. Ooh. That's so funny.
All units.
Yeah, what happened was they didn't have like a finished idea of like, okay, it's going to look this good, like we'll settle on this standard of like little toy army men where we think we can make every unit look good and distinct working like that. It's more like they just thought, yeah, we'll just make like Marine models like we would in FPS and just kind of scale them down and see how we go with that, and the units lack a kind of consistent visual theming. I find they're just kind of I don't know, they just look like Halo stuff but small. I don't like the impression that it gives me. I will say some things look like they were made to be small, like particularly like... And then they translated this into Halo Infinite unchanged because they're idiots, kind of, but I think that the Banished, like the Not Covenant alien faction who you fight in Halo Wars 2, I think that the way their buildings look like the weird kind of modular 3D printed plastic design was actually made to kind of look fitting for an RTS, for better or worse. I don't think it's as tasteful as what's going on in this game, but I think they, to some extent, did have this stuff in mind. Like, some stuff just doesn't look like it's very well suited to being viewed from above, but I think the buildings they were trying to, and then in Halo Infinite they just made the buildings look exactly the same because they're just kind of dense at 343, even when they're trying to make things up to people for how bad Halo 4 and 5 were. And yeah, if I get a new computer, I'll be able to show you Halo Infinite. Here we go,
Professor, I
cutscene.
want to be briefed on your findings as soon as you're on board.
Again, they have pretty good 3D models. They could have made the Marines more detailed, I think. Like, I know there's going to be more Marines, so they have to save polygons there, but I think they still could have done more, but they thought, like, no, we want them to be, like, big primary shapes, primarily one color, and so on, and I think that was a very good idea. And that's us done on the ice planet. Didn't you like that? I liked how they did the Forerunner interior. I think that could have worked as a movie set. I like the close-ups of Forge and the Marines firing at elites, where they all just kind of stand up like a movie gunfight and get shot one after the other. Great stuff. And yeah, the elites are kind of the Halo 2 design, cleaned up and made less video game graphics-y. And the Marines are... yeah, they're kind of... as I said, the game that looks like them is Infinite, which was made after this and probably inspired by this, but yeah, I think what Peter Jackson's people did was they looked kind of more at the Halo CE Marines, as they're the more distinct design, and they thought, okay, how do we translate what this is meant to be from video game logic to movie logic? And I think it worked well, and that's kind of how they did everything, like the elites as well. Like, certain things are done to them, like the texture of their armor and their undersuits and so on, to be rendered as video game assets, but then once they convert that to, you know, something that will work on film as CG or whatever, they have to think differently about it, and I think they did a very good job of that. Now, the next level is a very interesting one. We'll definitely at least play that, because that was a very quick one there, 8 minutes.
So, all it did was point here.
In the 30 seconds I had to examine the artifact, yes, all it did was point at a second star system.
Arcadia colony, to be precise. Population a little under 3 million, largely unexplored, but apparently quite the vacation resort.
There's something there, Captain, and I think it's important that we get to it before the Covenant do.
Our orders are to investigate Harvest. We still don't know a lot about what's going on down there.
I understand that, Captain, but everything I see here tells me that we need to get to Arcadia to figure this out.
Very well, Professor. I'll clear it with Admiral Cole. Serena, set course for Arcadia.
Aye, sir. Crazy mystery trip to Arcadia plotted in, spinning up FTL drive.
Serena, get out of my lab.
I like that Serena character where they're trying to make a bit of a contrast with Cortana, but she's still appropriate for what they're meant to be.
Update, please.
2 Covenant vessels came out of
And the
slip
bridge
space near
uniforms and stuff,
Arcadia.
compare how he's dressed
Belfast,
to
Pillar of Autumn,
Lasky.
Texas, and Armstrong engaged immediately, and caught one with its shields down. We lost the Texas and Belfast. The Armstrong is venting atmosphere, and Autumn is badly damaged.
Yes, there's
The
a
second vessel is engaged in surface activity.
What
there's a
kind of
connection to
surface
Halo. The
activity?
ship from the
Unknown.
first game was in a battle.
Wait, I'm getting a signal. Audio only.
We're being overrun. Alien forces are inside the city limits and approaching the spaceport.
I like his hat.
Evacuating civilians. We need help.
And he has no pauldrons.
Getting visuals now, Captain.
Lasky's arm and shoulders looked so fucking dumb in 4. Ooh, I like this. They try to have these moments of like snapshots of Spartans in
Serena,
action
launch pods.
in like
Bring the
Halo
ship to
4,
alert.
5, and Infinite, but it never really works like it does in that moment there, I think. And yeah, there's a battle on this planet we just went to, and that's the level. Look at this.
Civilians entering the city are getting blocked by hostile forces. We need to clear that area. Can you assist? Arcadia ground control, this is Forge. We're inbound to aid in evacuation efforts. Help is on the way.
Yeah, and again, it's like very bright, very primary asset construction. Everything is made of big shapes and bright colors, and yeah, I'm just a fan of this as well. Big contrast to the snow level, but I think it's tastefully done. They know what they're doing.
Local units.
It's a bloodbath here. We need some cover, now!
And yeah, premise of this level completely different to anything we've done so far. The game is into gimmick levels and everything being really different now. There's no complacent, now just build a base level. This whole level, there's just fucking, this city is just exploding with crazy shit going on.
Covenant are closing in. Prepare emergency launch protocols. Mark.
Rolling out. Let's ride. I'm going. Let's ride. Let's get it. Yeah, rolling out. On the way. I'm going. Let's ride. Moving out. On the move.
All units.
And yeah, this is the premise of this level. The Covenant are just destroying this city, and we didn't have time for Anna's investigation. We've gotta save people. This is like Halo Reach. Before Halo Reach, it's a level built around selling the idea that, you know, this is a real war. It's not just Master Chief having fun on a ring, and it's a war that humanity is not doing super well in.
On the way. I'm going.
All units.
Let's roll.
This is a city, not like an army base or something, and it's just getting absolutely torn apart. But look, there's Spartans.
Cargo 3. We're all alone out here. Can't you guys hurry up?
And Cargo 3's not having a fun time. What can we do about that?
They're dead without military support. On the way. Let's move. Let's roll.
All units.
Just for the minute, we start with Forge and these Hornets, which are the air unit from Halo 3, which fly in a funny hovering way because of the Halo engine, and are built for that rather than trying to pretend that planes work,
On the way.
which I think is the smarter way to go.
Rolling out.
All units.
Let's move.
And I'm just going to, in this early stage of the mission,
Fire near a crowd of
try
civilians.
to save as much stuff as I can.
Let's go.
There's Cargo 3, the one that's having a bad time.
Good to go. Cargo 3. I gotta get this bird in the air soon. We're dead down here. On the move.
Go Forge, kill them all, and get that money.
Gyros ready.
I have like 6 thingos firing, we're gonna get decent value out there.
Ready to roll. Let's ride. I'm going.
Forge, I think I'll send to Guard 2 now, grab that stuff.
Ride. VTOL in the air. Target acquired.
VTOL in the air.
Weapons
They have nice little lines, I like all these units, they have decent personality.
underway. Gyros rotated. Gyros engaged.
None of the units I think are as memorable as Cam Clark playing the flamethrower guy for whatever reason, but they're
Cargo 3
alright.
under fire. Screw the evac. Proceeding with emergency launch.
Unfortunately, Cargo 3 is scripted to not make it.
We're hit. We're hit. Somebody help. Please.
And yeah, isn't that just like something out of Halo Reach if you've played that one?
Spirit of Fire, Red Team. The Covenant are gaining control of the city fast. Suggest setting up new ground operations. Spirit, Forge here. I agree. We got room to get a base up and running?
I've marked some locations suitable for base deployment. Make sure the area is clear.
Hornet underway.
Okay, now we can start trying to get some control of this city as far as that's possible, which isn't very. Note in the bottom right of the screen it's got numbers, that's how many civilians we save. That is actually, you know, dynamic based on how many make it, and you can play this as a kind of you know, rescue score attack mission, how many people can you save from being massacred by the Covenant? That's a bit grim, but it's also actually a super goddamn entertaining level. I think it's just about the peak of this game. And look, note that there are cop teams in amongst the civilians and they actually can fight the Covenant a little bit. And yeah, this is just bad all over. I've got Forge guarding one of them. The Spartans kind of mill around on their own, which I like. And yeah, we just get that rolling as best as we can.
But there's no way we can save them all. Just try to get as many to the ships alive as possible.
Isn't it just a fucking great level? Just look how rich in detail this city is and how it's constructed to make sense as something we look at as a game level, but it's also a pretty admirable job of making a city, in my opinion. How many more of these poor bastards are getting shot at? Yeah, I'll have to drop the heal thing on these Hornets soon to keep them all intact. That's money I need to build up the base, which is rather important, but these Hornets are kind of the core of the level, and we're approaching the point in the game where I can't make everything, but I can make a lot of things. And I can start to make Hornets of my own if I want, but that's a fair investment. And I can also just make tanks and whatever. We're on normal, so this isn't too bad. I used to play this mission on legendary, so I might seem like I'm playing a bit too hard here. I'm used to it resisting me a lot more. But yeah, you can see the Spartan, one of them got into a ghost. That's something I was kind of alluding to earlier. The Spartans can get into vehicles like in the games, and they get loads of stars when they get into a vehicle, which buffs the stats. I think it's doing for my Hornets here as well, but Spartans just give stars immediately if they get into a vehicle. That's why it's worth doing. You put them into your own, or with upgrades, Spartans can steal other vehicles from the enemy, which is kind of amazing. And yeah, in the multiplayer it all kind of revolves around Spartans for UNSC, and to balance that out, the Covenant get to have leaders. They have on-the-ground characters, the Arbiter or a Brute Chief or a Prophet who's actually fights as a unit and is kind of balanced against the Spartans and how good they are. Now, very important, these scissor lifts are all over the city and Marines in those will fight very effectively, so yeah, we can actually start taking control of the city. And I should actually be sending Forge to go get more supplies, I think, just to keep the economy moving.
Supply pad complete.
These guys, I suppose I'll just have move back and forth and wait for more of them to show up. More Marines just take scissor lifts in important looking locations. Ooh, if I could get that tower, that'd be great. They're guarding that scissor lift, which is also important looking, but I want to get that tower there. If I can't, no, we'll get that one actually. You guys get in that for the minute.
Supply pad complete.
And Fortress and more Marines will go. Yeah, I just really like this level. Not as much as going on as could be, but trust me, you like put this thing on Legendary and try to save as many people as you can. This becomes a very interesting and challenging level with loads of stuff going on. Oh wait, Forge has that one taken care of, I think. Forge, I'll move to more, there he is. Go get those, I suppose.
We're dead unless you get out here.
Where are my Hornets? I need them to rescue this thing, I suppose. Oh, look, a Spartan stole a Banshee, and now it has 5 stars, so it'll be a Super Banshee. That's how they work in this game. Oop. That's a problem. There are some pretty good shortcuts you can use there. You can go all units, then flip to a type. That's what I just did there. Okay, I need to find some loose Marines and send them to that thing.
Cargo 1, we are taking fire.
And shit.
Orders, sir.
Cargo 1 taking fire, go deal with... No, the Spartans got that, so these can go to base.
Let's move. Regeneration, healing targets.
Am I getting more Marines out? I kinda need more of them.
Good to go. Knock them down. Let's ride.
Supply pad complete.
See, I know this game quite well and have played this level several times, but this is still kind of a lot to manage this level.
Yeah? Let's move. Marines, good to go. Hornet. 555.
Okay, where's the next mob of Covenant I've got to clean up? Down there? Super.
Moving.
You guys run to one of these, put them in things as I think of them,
Cargo 1 here.
and
We
get the
can't take
first
much more
upgrade
of
for
this.
them.
Get them off us.
Okay, that's another one of those, which is a problem, but... Oh, the Spartan wants it. Okay, yeah, I need to get Marines in that tower, that's rather important.
I'm on station.
All units.
Still got all my Hornets,
Gyros rotated. Hornet here.
and
By.
one of you get in that tower, super important.
Standing by.
One of you get in that tower, super important. Cops have that one, good job team. Spartans got that thing. We're doing alright for the minute.
New blood. Research.
VTOL in the air.
More resources required.
Hornet here. Hornet moving.
I don't know if we'll try to take that base side. I think the Covenant just kind of keep attacking you here, but if I get Marines set up in that thing and they get some veterancy, that'll be very good value. Now I can turn one of these into an airfield thing, and we should be set to win this level pretty hard now. Oh shit, there's the big Covenant force you don't want to mess with.
14 moving. Standing by.
Where can I put this guy?
Moving.
Looks like we've actually got the city pretty under control here. Might just leave them around there to guard the thing.
Hornet.
Local units.
Get 'em. If I remember right, there's a big base surrounded by, like, really extreme defenses up there, which they don't want you breaking in from, because that's where the forces that attack you all level are coming from. You know, I probably haven't played this on normal in so long that,
Requesting assistance.
yeah, like, I forgot how easy this could get if you really just know the game super well.
Flying.
Let's just give that a heal.
Standing by. Moving. Moving.
Yeah, I do remember that the Banshees get, like, really buffed, though, and become super obnoxious.
Cargo 1 is taking heavy fire.
I can get
Requesting
way more of
assistance.
those, though.
Standing by.
Cargo 1 is... Oh yeah, the Banshees do like a suicide attack, which really messes these things up. Gotta watch for that. I guess I just sit all my Hornets around Cargo 1 and we'll be fine though. With a few to cruise around the city trying to save it from roaming dropped off teams. Do I have any loose Marines? I need one to actually go down this end and occupy that really important tower. Actually, these Marines right here can do it from my base. And I did build up a turret, those are very good value. And I should be having, yeah, some new Hornets coming out as well. And just look at the dynamic visuals you get out of this game. They gather outside the station and move out. My Marines are in the thing watching for them. And I may have lost all of my stuff because I wasn't paying attention. How are we doing? Okay, those Marines in the tower are goddamn invincible, so they'll be fine. The ones on the ground are actually saving civilians, good job. Again, just look at this, like, toy Halo visual we have going here. This is great. Nothing about this looks wrong. Like, if you zoom in a bit, like, yes, those Marines are little toy plastic men, but this is a toy plastic rendition of Halo, and it's consistent and good. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. That's not good, we don't want that happening. Forge, you get up there as well.
Cargo 1 is taking heavy fire. Requesting assistance.
Jesus. Ooh. It just keeps going. Yeah, everyone just swarm Cargo 1 to save it.
Good to go. Let's roll. On the way. VTOL in the air. Target locked.
And what is this swarm of bullshit down here? Alright, the guys in the tower can take that, especially if I upgrade them. And... yeah, it should be alright if I just remember to keep Cargo 1 healed, like this. And that RPG upgrade will make the Marines a lot better. We'll get one more, and we'll just see if anyone's in the wrong spot. Yeah, you really don't have to worry about Marines if they're in a tower. These guys have 3 stars now, so they're goddamn gods. Go rescue them. This looks great. How can anyone not like this game?
RPG research.
Like, what the hell do you want it to be? There are a few things I might ask for in another Halo strategy RTS type of game, but I won't call this game a failure. It's a very specific vision of what a Halo strategy game could be, and for that vision it's pretty much a perfect execution if you ask me. There is really nothing I would fault this game on. Like, if I were to make another Halo Wars game, I wouldn't just make Halo Wars again, which is what we got. Fire the rockets. I would try to probably make something that handles more like Myth, as I'm always saying. I was playing Myth's multiplayer with a friend earlier today, and it's very entertaining. It's a game that holds up very well, and in multiplayer you can just mess with the logic of it without having to worry about, like, oh, am I going to do this mission's objective? Like, no, we're just messing around, seeing what we can do within Myth. It's very fun to do so. Let's get another reactor so we can upgrade even more. But yeah, Myth is just something that's inherently fun to mess with, and this game isn't bad, but I'm not going to, like, ask someone else to buy this game and install it so we can, you know, have fun multiplayer games with Halo Wars. There is maybe a bit of fun to be had, but there is no enduring Halo Wars community for a reason beyond being console locked to the Xbox 360 for a long time as the strategy game. It's just, you know, mechanically it's fine, it does the job, but really it's a game largely built around its campaign. You know, if you wanted a strategy game on the Xbox 360, it wasn't getting better than this for sure, but that's not saying a lot. It's not a game that I would recommend on those grounds. I've just said that in so many different ways. Get another member in the squad for them, and guys hanging off the Hornets to make them stronger. I like that most of the upgrades in this game, if not all of them, make the unit visually different somehow. Like the Marine squad accrues more members, you see them firing rockets from their shoulders, and the next upgrade will add another man to the squad, they go up to 6. And the upgrade we have coming for the Hornets is gonna give them guys hanging off the skids. Oh, Forge is down, guys. That's kind of a meme in relation to this game, that Forge is down a lot in the campaign. There's a medic in the Marine squads now, you can see, the 6th member. And Forge is down, which just means in campaign terms, when a hero unit goes down, he's not dead, but he's unconscious, his health regenerates, and he'll get back up when a unit from my side walks up to him. Oh gee, I can make ODSTs, sure. I don't think we'll make it in time with the upgrade timer, but if I can show you them briefly, that'll be slightly entertaining. But this mission hasn't turned out too stressful, which is nice. We've got the situation pretty firmly in hand here. Oh no, look out. We don't have those guys in hand. I need to get moving.
Ground control. T-minus 2 minutes. Over.
Is this thing still intact? Yes. How about this one? Yeah, we're just set to normal, so we're doing fine. The 2 Spartans in their stolen Banshees are absolutely tearing the Covenant to pieces, no problem. My Marine squads are pretty much invincible because they have medics now to recharge health. Look at them go. And there's wingmen hanging off of these now who fire rocket launchers. And again, it's that weird tactile damage boost where like they don't just make the number go up, you actually see more rockets physically fly off of these things. Ooh, and we have ODSTs now. Oh, but we're at the pop limit. That's lame.
Covenant BattleNet chatter suggests heavy turrets are coming online.
If I lose a unit, I'll be able to show you some ODSTs. We'll see if that happens, though. Well, they want this team, but they are veterans and they are ODSTs. Look at the updated models. They don't want to go down.
We are taking fire.
Oh, shit.
Regenerate healing targets.
Still haven't lost any units. We're doing fine. We are... Oh no, we're losing units. ODSTs go.
ODS hell jumper. ODST on hell jumper.
Look at that.
Getting down.
They fly in and they're ready to fight, and they're the strongest infantry we've got. Pretty neat endgame power for the UNSC. And of course it changes the model of our guys. They're now wearing those... They now have black detailed armor, they carry shotguns, most of them. They just look a lot meaner and tougher, and yeah, I can drop them out of the goddamn sky. It charges 10 in here. We saved over 1,000, look at me go.
Launch. All systems green, clearing launch platform. Good luck down there.
And we made it. Controller disconnected. Super. Oh god, did the controller disconnecting at that point mess up the game? I really hope it didn't. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I've beaten the game before, so I can just select the next mission. I'm pretty sure we'll see how that goes. I guess I'll end this recording here, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so don't worry. The next level picks up exactly where the last one left off. And there's nothing really that happens at the end of the last level after that ending screen. The ships take off, and then we're here.
We cannot lose our foothold on Arcadia, gentlemen. Secure a defendable position and hold it until we can reinforce you.
So yeah, we kind of locked the game there, but we're fine again.
The best defendable location is an impact crater a few clicks south along the highway.
Sorry if you wanted to see a score screen at the end of the last level, but we don't get one.
Do not engage the enemy behind us. Keep moving. Let's roll.
And as you can see, it's given us a few units who it's designated as survivors of the last level, and that includes the Spartans. So they're just part of our team here. Oh god, the fucking tank is stuck on the hunters. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a unit collision fuck up. Oh well. This is meant to be a dire situation. It's immersive.
On the way. Clear the enemy out of this crater.
Give me an order.
Here's our 3 Spartans. They actually do have names, which I like. Gee, I'm only on normal, but we're having a bit of a rough time here.
Rolling out.
Forge is down.
Forge is down.
Locked and loaded. Orders? I'm there.
Okay, there's 1 unit left. We can get them. Go, Spartan Douglas.
Got it.
As you can see, 3 Spartans, big machine gun, Spartan laser, and rocket. That's how we'll tell them apart.
We only have a little time to prep the base for the Covenant attacks. Let's get to it. Shoot it up.
Forge is
Dropping
down.
a command center in that crater for you.
Send me in.
Prepping Omega team now.
And what's that, Omega team? Whatever it is, since we're having a rough time, I think we'll need it. That's kind of the premise of this level, that you're... You know, things have been kind of easy so far, even if you had the scary losing Halo Reach level just there. But no, things really This is meant to be your
Other UNSC
downturn in the
units have been
campaign,
notified.
and I don't mind.
Retreating to your position.
Why can't the campaign have a point where things go bad? That's a neat idea. Of course, the level for me won't be like, I'm not going to lose, but like I got battered a bit there, which is nice. It sells the tone that's intended.
Ready.
And this level, I get to show off Spartans and how good they are in this game. I think they handled them pretty well.
Pad complete.
And something I remember from what I've seen of it, in Halo Wars 2, an idea that I don't hate is that they made the Spartans, the 3 we've got here, they actually get fleshed out a bit as characters. They get some characterization and they're kind of the human face of the plot that time around, and I think that's a decent idea. There's 3 of them, they can do some stuff, why not? Now we just gotta pull buildings out of the ground and build this place up.
Supply pad complete.
Oh yeah, I should be getting turrets. We'll get both of the front ones. Look for anything else back there. Forge, go fight. Yeah, not too much to say, just this is what an outdoor area looks like in Reach. Not Reach, Wars. We've got some ferns and stuff out here, but I don't hate how this looks.
Enemy
And
engaged.
there's the kind of future human architecture that I think is done well here.
Supply
Bang.
pad complete.
Those Spartans will take care of whatever's coming down there pretty handily.
I'm on it. Sure thing.
And I can just keep building up supply pads for the minute and, you know, do the RTS logic thing here, boom it out. You can really boom through the campaign very easily. It was made for people who don't know how to win strategy
Cover our
games.
building structures to the north of our base.
Fortress upgrade.
Evac Pelican inbound with UNSC survivors. Cover us.
Pad complete. Enemy engagement.
And there's a Pelican, and as I was saying earlier, Pelicans actually like grab things and haul them through the air. And you know, it's not like Myth where like the thing is physically like, you know, it's the Pelican just kind of like spawns and grabs things in a very, I don't know, like it's disguised teleporting kind of way, but the Pelican can get shot down. I don't know how to describe it in too many words. It looks good. We'll make a couple of Warthogs at their basic just having a gun level to grab stuff.
Thanks for the cover. We're ready to help.
And oh, they gave us another Cam Clark, that's great. And this weird meme unit. The anti-vehicle Cobra, I'll show you his power. In a moment, he's got a little magic trick he can do, it's okay.
Warthog fired up. Yes, sir.
You, I saw more stuff to grab down here.
All right.
There's a basic Warthog. Now the Spartans I could put in any vehicle we've got out here, but Forge, if he loses his starting Warthog, he's done.
Moving out. Covenant mega turret. We've got to take it out somehow.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a premise of this level, that we are going to get bombarded from a distance a little bit.
Engagement.
I think we'll be fine. Oh, they left some units here for us. It's not completely free, but if I send one Spartan, Alice, she should have this under control. And I said I'd show you what this guy does. Go, Cobra, go! That's very Command and Conquer, but I don't mind it. They did a decent job of making it look not totally incongruous with how, Halo looks. Get 'em, Cam Clarks! I only have a few ODSTs, I should try to keep them alive. And start getting these guys and upgrading them. Really though, the way to win this whole campaign is to just get Tech 2 and vehicles are just much better. They'll handle everything you need.
Marines reporting for duty. Going.
Gee, this Warthog survived. Maybe I'll let Alice drive it and repair it.
Send me in.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And now she's the driver, and this thing has loads of stars. It'll be a much stronger Warthog now.
There. Got it.
Get 'em healing targets.
Live, Warthog. We're gonna try to keep this thing alive all level now. And the Cobra. So the Cobra just shredded that Wraith. It took some damage, but it'll live.
New blood.
These ODSTs will tear that up. Make a couple of them. Upgrade that. We're doing fine here. I'll just let like a full base of pads generate for a while. And I can start sending infantry in that direction to work towards taking that. Oh yeah, there are reactors I can steal in this level. Those are big power spikes, I should work to them. So just 2 more of them and that. I suppose that the Spartans can go with these guys, but oh, just grab it quick. Nice. And yeah, because all these guys are entrenched, they'll be fine, but I think they killed our Cam Clarks. Wait, those Marines are taking a bit of an ass kicking, but we'll be able to replace them. There's more stuff down at the base to hold. It's no real danger if they get taken out. This game, this whole level, it's very much like you just creep from like fortified piece of cover. You can put infantry into like infantry cover. Just keep doing that, you'll be fine.
Where to?
Enemy engagement. RPG research.
Get him, Jerome.
Turret complete.
Look at them go, they're doing the thing.
I'll get it.
You got that one?
I got him.
Hell yeah. Okay, I should actually send them some help now.
Sir, good to go, sir. On the move. You got it.
Anything I can get. Yep, pile of Marines, go help.
Moving out. Roger, moving.
But yeah, 3 Spartans, normal difficulty. Look at that, they just steal 2 vehicles, Alice takes cover, and yeah, we win. GG Covenant. Shouldn't have messed with us.
Engagement.
And I took that thing there so I can, I'll build vehicles at the next base. But I can just upgrade the infantry from here and we'll move up and take that. We'll be fine. We don't even need to wait for a mega team. But yeah, if you're a console player, you're not familiar with strategy games, you can just wait in this level and eventually reinforcements come.
Excellent work.
Gee, when that turret fires, it is gnarly. How many Marines just died to that thing? But yeah, we'll build a vehicle depot this time. I can show you guys some stuff from that. And we're just in the process of ripping that thing apart. Oh yeah, and I can move infantry up along this highway where the Covenant are coming down from. Ooh, I can get ODSTs almost. We'll wait for that.
Supply pad complete.
Cobra lives. Good job. I'm repairing it. I want it to last the whole level. And my Marines self-heal now because of their medics. They're really just powering the hell up.
The mega turret is down. Good work.
Oh man, hunters, they don't like the Cobra. They're anti-vehicle. Run, buddy.
Vehicle depot complete.
Oh shit. Run, Cobra. My condition for winning this level is that this Cobra survives. Okay, though, we can get ODSTs and then we should be very safe. We just drop infantry everywhere and win because there's cover all over this level. But first I have to repair my beloved little Cobra here. It took such an ass-kicking there. Oh, can I build the anti-air thing? I like these Wolverines. And yeah, Spartans also give stars to Covenant vehicles, so they will absolutely shred in these things we stole. We've got this position just fine. We'll take Alice out of there, she doesn't need it, and put Marines in. Putting Marines in cover just feels very good to just lock down another piece of the level. ODST's on the way. Oh, I almost forgot you. He's got a star, he's a survivor.
Enemy engagement.
Oh shit, they're coming for our Cobra. Don't let him through, guys. Mac Blast is very expensive, but I just want to show it off once.
Mac firing.
Hell yeah! Wolverine, I want to see that thing get some action as well. Doesn't this look cool? It's like a little Advance Wars unit where it's just like toy logic. It's very simple, big shapes. You know exactly what it is by looking at it, and yeah, it just moves in a very satisfying way, does simple stuff. I love this little guy. That's an appeal of Advance Wars that I think is lost on a lot of people. It's something I've talked about in relation to Angola 86, how the scale at which things are depicted, it's very satisfying in that way of like very simple big shapes. It's kind of abstracted to what fits in a game logic. Go ODSTs. Drop straight into cover. No mercy. And yeah, that should stop them being able to move around the side now. I can also drop a team right there. Gee, look how many stars these guys got because they've been alive all level. And these guys, they're just unstoppable. And I can drop even more in by taking every piece of cover on the level. And this is being guarded by ODSTs now, they got promoted. Upgrade that, even more of that. Get a field armory just because we can. Oh Jesus, they aren't messing around. But I'm not either now, I can do that. Make you guys get in there. And I can just keep doing this now, all level. This is just going to be the ODST show. Is this a great strategic experience? Maybe not, but am I having a good time? Yes. Alright, I have this, like, ludicrously powerful mob of units down here not doing anything. It's time for them to go take this main road. Just, if I fill the road with ODSTs, we'll be fine. They're infantry in a vehicle game, but they handle alright. Blew that ghost to hell, no problem. This is a problem. But I can do that to it. That costs an obscene amount, you're not really meant to use it on one vehicle, but I felt like it. 3 ghosts against ODSTs, who's gonna win? The ODSTs. Look at these guys go. Again, I think that's a very nice scene. It's not bad graphics, it's very good game graphics. Like, if I asked Japanese people to make a Halo RTS, I think they would probably make something like a Halo Wars in the sense of, like, yeah, they would understand because they're not idiots when they make strategy games generally. When they depict things at some kind of abstracted scale, they tend to be very good at, like, you know, knowing what will look good. I'm not saying that the Halo Wars team ensemble did bad, though. I think they did a exceptionally good job, especially for a Western studio. But yeah, like, the Japanese, they made Advance Wars, and that's kind of my go-to example for, you know, using a limited scale as a strength because you understand how to work with style. And again, it's that idea of, you understand what I mean if... How do I describe how things look in Advance Wars? I use terms like primary shapes, big, simple, you know exactly what it is. You may get where I'm going. Do you like how Advance Wars looks? Here we go, upgrades that do things like make my units faster, turrets bigger, more shots from the big gun, whatever. And these guys are just cleaning up. That guy's running and diving animation reminded me of Halo 4, only, you know, he is made out of like 10 polygons, so he gets away with it. The Halo 4 elites have no such excuse. There's a little blown up statue. That's a nice detail. Just in this building, it looks appropriately how buildings are meant to look in Halo. Games don't get much credit for that. It's why I like being able to actually... You know, I've written a bit about Halo Wars here and there, but being able to talk about it over the game itself just lets me draw attention to these details of things like set dressing that are so easy to overlook. Like, look at that wrecked warthog, I like it. The idea that cover is rather than some like abstract pit you sit in like Dawn of War, it's, you know, recognizable Halo details. Here's a crashed pelican. I love it. That's a nice dying animation. And yeah, you've probably noticed, but the crosshair I'm using to command my units is the one from the assault rifle in Halo CE. I love that. Just great little details like that all game. And I got the population upgrade so I can do this.
Turret complete.
Oh, I was also thinking I could show you pelicans this level, but we get them next level. Which will be next video, that's fine, but that's another cool thing you can do. And I won't let this level end even though I could by beating it, just because I want you to see the end of level event, which is meant to come when you survive long enough. But of course, as you can see, survival is not an issue for us right now. We've got the situation firmly in hand. And those black boxes, they're just a simple... Again, the game has a million side objectives, those just give you concept art and stuff, which I think is really cool. I miss details like that in games. The game understands that it's primarily about this campaign, and it does a good job of filling the campaign with extra value details. Deflection plating on our Cobra. Yeah, our little precious Cobra, he needs all the protection he can get. He's just going to be the honor guard of our base. I'll deploy him, but his fighting days are done. He had a rough time. Where is Forge, by the way?
All units.
There he is, he's still alive. Oh gee, I lost a unit of ODSTs. Look out, Wolverine. And this is where you get your big primary RTS upgrades, not that we need them, but they are in the game. You guys get on the road as well, why not?
Adrenaline research.
We'll push down to that base and win when it's time to do so. We're waiting on something to happen, and it's based on time, not anything I do.
Volley research.
Believe me, I could win this level quite easily. Oh, those guys missed the order to move back. What else can I show you while we wait? Is there even anything? We can just look at the set more. In general, this is a very good job of just, again, how cities look in Halo, and specifically, like, the city you see in Halo 2 and ODST is meant to be in, like, East Africa somewhere, I think.
Help is coming. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Alright, help is coming. But yeah, it's...
Pad upgraded.
The way they have, like, these big, gray, like, shiny, kind of, like, Mass Effect futurist buildings alongside, like, jungle, I thought was always a very striking and very Halo image. And they translate that very well into this game. Like, they didn't have to make the city next to a jungle, but they decided that feels more Halo, and I agree with them. And yeah, here's this level's ending gimmick. Spartan Omega Team. Yeah, our 3 Spartans dealt with this whole level handily, now we have 9 of them.
Research.
More Spartans! Serena, you never disappoint.
Yeah,
Local
now we'll roll into the end with our Omega Team Spartans because, yeah, we are beyond unstoppable now. One ODST over there, run for your life. Oh gee, our Banshee Spartan got ahead of himself. But it's fine, that's how vehicles work. Get him, Douglas.
Local units.
And yes, there's no, like, poor, sad, abused child dynamic with the Spartans in this game. They are soldiers and they are cool. They are the coolest because they fight hardest and are good at it, and yeah, they're just like tough, mean, scary guys. I like the very limited characterization of Spartans in this. And credit to whoever did Halo Wars 2, I don't remember. I saw the cutscenes of that game briefly, and I thought they looked fine. Nothing about it upset me. It doesn't... You know, it's an Obama game, but not obscenely so. So I don't have that much to say about it. I just think the Spartans are cool in this game. It's very... like, the few notes you can find looking into it is just that they thought, like, yeah, it's the start of a war. The Spartans are more kind of, like, in the zone, carrying all their gear, less veterans, more, like, out of training, ready to fight. They didn't feel the need to do anything lame with the Spartans. They're just the best soldiers, is very much the extent of their characterization. Like, that's great. 343 would never ride a Spartan like that.
Report to the bridge ASAP. We've got a new...
Sector is clear, we're gone, in like a spooky, gravelly voice. I love that. And yeah, don't worry, it always cuts to a score screen after mission complete, so you didn't miss anything last time. There's no cutscene, it just goes straight to the start of this one. We did crash, but we didn't lose anything. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight, but we got to look at 3 more levels. That was pretty good. We can get through this game in good time, I think, and yeah, I don't have as much to say. This is kind of just a more casual thing that I'm enjoying doing, helps me recover from the last one. I'm having a good time, I just like doing this. Of course, you don't have to watch it, but if you are watching it and you're enjoying it, thanks, and I'll keep going.